And you guys ran for more yards against Alabama than you did against Georgia State to start the season. I mean, just what do you think's been the key to getting better up front?
I think just understanding the game plan, just going into it, understanding our jobs, just getting more comfortable in the offensive system Coach Cheney presents every week.
And you play as a freshman. I mean, how much do you think it's Wanye and Darnell just kind of getting accustomed to what it takes to play at this level?
Yeah, it's a very tough environment to play, especially on the road at SEC team against SEC team like that. They're showing a lot of growth week in, week out. They're learning different things, developing nicely. I'm really proud of the way both of them played. They're maturing greatly.
Trey, how many times have you gone back and watched that play where you guys pushed him in the pile 6-7 yards?
I watched it a couple times. It was a dope play for us because that's something we've been trying to do for a long time. Sort of enforcing our will like that. But as part of the culture change we got to have around here, and it starts from top bottom, from Coach Pruitt, Coach Cheney, Coach Friend, Coach Clemens. They all teach that and they preach it to us every day. And just seeing us do it at one time, it was a great moment.
It looked like you were finishing a block and then you saw that the pile was still going. It looked like you were really happy to go and push a little bit more and fired up after the play. Can you kind of just take us through kind of what you saw?
Yeah, I was just going through my block. A lot of times in games I do a poor job of finishing, pushing the pile. And this one time I finally got it right my right view. It was within the whistle. So I was like, I know I had to do it this time. So I ran immediately, sprinted into it, just make sure I got some extra yards.
You talked about it being part of a culture change. How can one play like that just give something like a bigger picture meaning like that?
Yeah, it just gives a lot of confidence. Before the play, I know a lot of people want to talk about how I pushed it. I want to give a shout out, Jerome Carvin, when he came in there, you saw his legs turn, his neck moving back. He's fighting for those extra yards. Just seeing my teammates work hard like that, it gets everybody going. Once you get one guy going, the next guy going, the next guy going. Once you get all 11 guys going, you got something great.
What does your weekly practice schedule look like? Can you kind of walk us through day to day?
I don't really want to go into big nuances of it, but I'm just limited in certain facets of it. Coach Pruitt, Dr. Klink, I've been with great doctors, have a great plan going forward, and we just stick with that plan every week. But it's enough work for me. And I'm well comfortable within the game plan.
What are the challenges that has produced this year?
Yeah, it's just getting contact every time. Being an offensive lineman, it's hard because every play we're hitting somebody regardless of the situation. Just feeling different things, but like I said. A couple weeks before, I just had to be sharper in my mental approach in the game, just making sure I know the game plan, the inner workings, being able to pick up simple twists and things like that. I need to do a better job of that.
Trey, coaches said that they've changed a little bit of the practice habit late in the week to kind of maybe help develop some offensive line continuity to get you some more work with those guys. Has that been a factor, you think, in the development of you guys up front the last couple of weeks? Just that you guys are working more together during the week?
Yeah, as we approach, getting deeper into the season, you're going to have a lot of guys banged up and bruised up. So being able to approach practice the way we're doing it is a great way to get everybody involved, but also to take care of our bodies. But, pretty much continuity and stuff, I wouldn't really go into that because at the end of the day, I could go watch film with Brandon, or I can watch film with the whole line, and we all can get on the same page just like that.
Do you end up spending more time in the film room than maybe you had in the past because of the limits you have in terms of the on-field practice, and what kind of impact has that had?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of times, I watch a lot of film at my house. I have to know a lot of things that the opponent's going to do before I actually get on the field and, rock with them because I'm not in practice. I just have to know different things, especially in the game plan, how things are going to work out, how linebackers are going to shift over in certain plays, the different nuances. I got to be sharper on that.
Trey, what have you seen from Tim Jordan that's kind of put him in position to kind of be the lead back for you guys right now?
Yeah, man, we have a great stable of running backs, man, from Eric Gray, Tim, to Ty, and I think Tim showed a lot of his toughness that I always knew he had out there this past Saturday, just fighting for extra yards, fighting, scrapping. Him and Ty kept us motivated throughout the game.
Trey, you weren't able to be on the field toward the end of last season when things kind of started falling apart. Now you get a chance. Now you're out there. How do you help some of these young guys make sure this thing kind of finishes strong and not like it did last year?
Yeah, man. Just going to work every day. Mentality, the approach stays the same. We're going to try to execute our plays to the best of our ability. Anything Coach Pruitt, Coach Cheney, Coach Friend, anything they ask us to do, we're going to try to execute as well as we can. And moving forward, the standard of play doesn't change. We just got to keep playing.
Trey, how well do you think you're playing right now?
I could be a lot better. I keep messing up on the simple things. Until I finish that, I'm not playing good. There's too many simple mistakes I keep making.
Trey, when you look at South Carolina, Coach Pruitt said this is one of the best defensive lines you might face this season. Is that something that what do you think about South Carolina? Is that something you think you're up for the challenge for?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, South Carolina is a great team defensively, very stout up front. They have a lot of great players, in my opinion. A lot of people who play hard. Got a lot of respect for that program, a lot of respect for those players. You know, it's going to be a hard-fought battle. It's going to be a war on Saturday.
What do you mean by simple mistakes? What are some examples of that?
Just simple things for pass protection. Just run through things I got to do better on. Identifying the linebacker, not getting too involved with other people's blocks and worrying about my assignment.
What is it about this series that's produced such close games, and how much motivation do y'all have for this game because of the way the last few years have gone against South Carolina, where y'all have fallen short right at the end?
Yeah, you know, it's an SEC East rivalry, very respected rivalry in my opinion. The past couple years I played in the game, you know, it's always been very competitive. Really love playing them because they're ultimate competitors in my opinion too. It's a fun game to play in because at the end of the day, when you have elite talent going at it back and forth, you know, we're jawing at each other a little bit. It makes it more fun, it makes it more motivating. But at the end of the day, you know, it's a great rivalry. We're excited about it. It's going to be a great challenge for us as well.
Trey, you and JG came in around the same time. So what are the sorts of conversations that maybe you're having with him to maybe kind of help him get out of his slump and maybe become the player that you all kind of thought he'd be coming to the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, JG is one of my best friends. We were roommates when I first got to college. You know, he mentored me a lot in different things and facets right now. And, you know, JG is a great quarterback. He's a great player. He's a great human being. And, you know, going forward, he'll be absolutely fine. He just has to keep coming to work every single day, doing what the coaches ask, and it'll all work out.
Trey, how do you get the young guys on this team to understand that it doesn't get easier? I mean, now that you've played Georgia, you've played Bama, yeah, but you know that it's not going to be easy down the stretch. That y'all have to keep getting better. Do you think the young guys understand that?
Yeah, absolutely. Being in the SEC, we know it's going to be a challenge every week. Like you just said, you know, they played a decent stretch here. You know, Georgia, Mississippi State, Alabama. You know, we're about to play South Carolina. I mean, we played some really good teams. And, you know, they know that going forward, it doesn't get much easier. It's never going to be much easier. It's college football. And the sport of football, you got to prepare yourselves every week, regardless of who you're playing. We could play the worst team we've ever played before, but you never know. That week, that guy might think, you know, I'm going to be All-American this week against this guy. You can never let down your guard, you know. And they know that. You know, our coaches do a great job preparing us week in and week out, and they know what they're ready to face, and they'll be ready for it.
Trey, with the criticism that JJ has gotten from the outside, how have you seen him respond to that or handle that this past weekend?
I responded well. You know, I think there's a lot of outside criticism sometimes. People don't really take in consideration what they're doing to someone, in my opinion. And it's not fair, but, you know, at the end of the day, we're on a platform where everyone can see it. It's a public game. But, you know, Jarrett is taking it really well. You know, he's coming to work every day. You know, he's unbothered by it. He's coming to work day in, day out, not letting it affect his game because that's the type of human being, that's the type of man he is.
Last question.
Trey, Wanya mentioned that Jerome Carvin won the pancake competition with the O-lineman. What specifically have you seen from Carvin when he got his opportunity?
Yeah, Jerome, man, he brings a lot of energy to the table. Like a little brother to me, honestly, coming in last year from Memphis. You know, he's always bringing excitement to the table. Hard worker, one of the hardest workers I've been around, dedicated to the game. You know, he has a genuine love for the game, something you don't see all the time, but he really loves playing SEC ball. He loves being out there, and he loves every moment of being out there, and he seizes the moment when he can.
Thanks, Trey.
Thank you, guys.